Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be discussing Troy's Montgomery campus, and my guest today, Vice Chancellor of the Montgomery campus, Lance Tatum. Lance, thanks for joining me here today.
Oh, pleasure to be here, Aaron.
And the Montgomery campus, as most of our viewers are probably aware, there's 4 campuses in the state of Alabama, Montgomery campus being the biggest campus that's closest to us that folks might know in our viewership here. But there's some changes going on the campus to kind of make it a little bit more, user-friendly to the community. And talk a little about some of the plans that the Montgomery campus has happened and was going through.
Well, absolutely. You know, the Montgomery campus was really created out of a relationship that the university had with Maxwell Air Force Base in the mid-1950s. Since that time, Montgomery has moved from being on the base to being in the downtown area. We like to say continuously that we were really some of the first revitalization efforts that went on in downtown Montgomery. So long history of what we do in Montgomery, long history of providing educational opportunities. But over the last probably 5 to 6 years, the climate in Montgomery has changed a little bit. Online education has provided options for students that they didn't have years before, and so how we offer education programs and who we offer those programs to has shifted some. So for the last 2 years since I've been in Montgomery, we've really tried to take a very deliberate approach to recreating the student experience in Montgomery. One of the things that we're very proud of that we've added into the campus experience is a new Barnes & Noble cafe, serving Starbucks coffee, which is very, very popular in Montgomery.
The only place to get it in downtown Montgomery.
Absolutely.
Right?
We're the only coffee shop right now in downtown Montgomery. And so it was a way for us to really open ourselves up to the community, open ourselves up to the downtown business community. And it's been extremely popular. We've been very well received. We get a stream of people coming in at that 7:30 hour in the morning. And so, it's been part of what we've tried to create for students. We're renovating our lobby area. We don't have a student union in Montgomery, but we wanted to create a place for students to gather, to have a sense of community where they could interact with each other, interact with faculty. We hope that that project will be finished in the next month and a half. So, really trying to become much more involved in what's happening in downtown Montgomery, beyond just the academic piece.
And of course, and you've always, the renovations that were done to the campus and the clock tower and things like that were some of the things that you hear city leaders talk about that drove people down that area to say, hey, we could do something in downtown Montgomery. And that still seems to be the case to this day. So.
Absolutely. We are very proud of the fact that we have an incredibly attractive campus in Montgomery. We have some of the only green space that you're going to really find in the downtown area. Montgomery Street has a great deal of history. It was on Montgomery Street that Rosa Parks was arrested. It is on Montgomery Street that a number of marches have occurred. The march from Selma to Montgomery came right past the Whitley Hotel, which is where we're located. So really we were able to kind of anchor that Montgomery Street area, which has really pushed the rest of the downtown area over the last several years to become much more revitalized.
And of course, the Rosa Parks connection there, obviously probably one of the biggest draws tourism-wise is the museum that's located on the campus there.
Absolutely. The Rosa Parks Museum and Library is the #1 attraction in Montgomery. We get thousands of visitors each year. We have visitors that come in from not only the United States but internationally. We are probably the one consistent stop that you'll find in Montgomery from out-of-town visitors. In the summer, we have busload after busload of pilgrimage tours who are doing the Civil Rights Trail come through. So, we're very proud of what we've been able to provide to the Montgomery community through the Rosa Parks Museum.
And of course, also education through the museum, but you're also doing some education in the schools in the area. And this is a new program that has been you've been working with some of the Montgomery public schools. So talk a little about that.
Yeah, early on when I got to Montgomery, we wanted to deliberately try to become much more connected to the Montgomery public school system. We've spent some time working with Margaret Allen, the superintendent, and we've identified a couple areas that we think we can contribute to their efforts. One is a community school grant that the city acquired last year. And we're working with Camilla Finley, who is actually the wife of Ernest Finley, Montgomery's police chief. And we're working to create a parent academy within that community school experience. What this is going to do is allow us to meet with the parents of the Davis Elementary School students, help them to learn what the school system really looks like, how you advocate for your student. We'll add in some mental health types of components, some health wellness type of components, and really try to help the Davis Elementary School become a place where students are much more, our parents are much more involved. We also are working on a dual enrollment program for Title I schools. Our School for Science and Technology is extremely interested in getting into the Montgomery community and trying to find ways that they can advance their efforts in STEM education. And we think that being located in Montgomery, having the School of Science and Technology available to us is a great way to leverage that relationship.
Well, here's hoping that can continue this success in the community, and anybody out there, the viewers that haven't had a chance to visit the campus, they can stop by, see the museum, and then walk across the street and get some Starbucks coffee there.
Absolutely. We want to encourage everyone to come and visit.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, and keep things going up there on the Montgomery campus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.